Welcome to Art by Clark, and I'm Mrs. Clark. And we're going to be doing a really fun video today because I picked an animal that I know is very popular with a lot of my students and probably with you too, but the sloth. I know, the sloth. Now, this is called the secondary colored sloth because we're going to be using purple, orange, and green, which are the secondary colors, to the primary colors, which are blue, red, and yellow. But I wanted to give you a little history because I've been learning a lot with these videos about the sloth. Now, did you know that sloths only move 13 feet per minute? That's pretty slow if you think how long 13 feet are. They only move when necessary, and when they do, they don't move very much. Most sloths are the size of a small dog, and they spend their days hanging from trees, eating, and sleeping. Oh, makes me want to be a sloth. Sounds pretty good. Sloths are native to rainforests in Central and South America. So I learned a lot there. So just to let you know, you're going to need 4 pieces of paper. I know, 4, but we need a piece of paper that's going to be orange, a paper that's purple, paper that's green, and then we need white, so that's 4. We'll also need crayons or markers, whichever you prefer to use, scissors, and glue. So why don't you go get all those materials, and we'll get started. Now, as you see, this is, again, called the secondary colored sloth. And the reason why we're calling it that is because we're using our secondary colors. And if you know the color wheel, the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. But when you mix these colors together, they make colors. So red and blue makes purple. So we will use the purple color. Now, if we do red and yellow, we will make orange. And lastly, yellow and blue make green. So these are the 3 colors we're going to use. So as you see from my sloth here, I made the sloth purple, and then the tree and the leaves were green because it is a rainforest. And then we used orange for the background. And then the feet, of course, we use black because black and white are really not colors, but we do use them. So in some cases they're colors and others are not. In this case, we're going to use them to accent. So let's get started. Our first sheet will be the orange sheet. I'm just going to color this. I prefer using my crayons for texture and to just make some shading. And as you see, I have a small 8.5 by 11 printer sheet. And I'm going to color 1 page orange. So here we go. First I go with my side. I tend to like to take the paper off. And as you see, it usually picks up the things underneath. I don't mind that because I will be coloring the crayon with the tip too. I did put a paper underneath this time because I am coloring to the edges. So I do recommend a newspaper or a paper underneath so you don't dirty up that table. So as you see, here's your orange paper. Now I'm going to color this in, and we will speed this up, and then I'll come right back to you, and you'll see a nice orangey paper with some, and then we'll add some details and texture. Okay, we are back. As you see, I colored my background. If you wanted to, you could probably add some kind of lines to it. And oh, talking about lines, why don't we talk about our elements for today? The elements of art make up the ingredients of our drawing. So let's think about which ones we are using today. We're using lines. We're going to use texture, because as you see here, I added some lines going diagonal to make that furry texture. You can also add little details, lines. Shape, oh, there's a circle of his head. Then you have color, the secondary colors. And I think that's about it. Value if you shade. But as you see, we definitely get that in. So I'm going to put that back over there. I'm going to add some squiggles with the orange just to kind of give it a little depth. And there we go. And maybe even, I don't know, I'll add some green in there to be kind of like vines. And we'll see how that looks. Remember, you do not have to copy what I do. You can do whatever you want. Yes, you can use colored pencils. Yes, you can use markers. And you can even use paint if you have it. So have fun with this. But just remember, you can only use secondary colors. And orange, green, and purple are the ones you need to use. Okay, I finished my orange. I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to get a new piece of paper. Now I need to do the purple. And the purple is going to be my sloth. And I'm going to, again, go sideways with my crayon. I want you to kind of see the paper a bit on the white. And as you see, I'm now going to color it a little darker. I'm going to speed it up, and then I'll come back and we'll talk some more. Okay, welcome back. As you see, I colored my purple in. I do tend to find crayon goes a little quicker than marker, but marker tends to have those really bright colors. Now, as you see, I kind of went with that fur look, but I'm going to add some little lines in. Just to help it out a bit. So my sloth tends to look a little bit furrier, if that is a word. Okay, so definitely use my element of line and color for that one. All right, we have one more to go, and that is the green. So I am going to color this one in. What's the green for? As you see, we're going to do leaves, we're going to do the vine, and a lot of other type details. Basically, it's whatever you want to add in. So I have the darker green, but I'm actually going to color with the lighter green and then add some details with the dark. So again, I like to do my background with the side of the crayon. Just kind of get a base. So we'll speed this up and I'll show you how it comes out. Okay, we are back. Now you might have wondered, why did I do a whole green sheet? Well, we could have drawn a leaf and colored in a leaf and did that, but I thought that might take too long. So I figured if I colored the whole page in, now I can draw in some leaves. First, we'll do a vine, and maybe we'll draw the vine here and here. And you could use black if you wanted to. I'm using green. But if I have a hard time seeing it, I'll go and I'll use the black. Now we need nice big rainforest leaves. So what I usually do is I do a sideways fat U, I guess you could call it. Point it and bring it back. Kind of could be an eyeball too, if you see it. And then put a line with some diagonals in it so it looks like a leaf. And then if you have a hard time seeing that, you can grab a black and go over it And then you can have both. We're going to do and add a little bit of detail in. It's not a tree branch, but I just wanted to have a little bit so we can see that vine. Now let's do another one. I went through the middle that time. You can go either way you want. And then we could do a third. They're kind of footballs with diagonals in it. We can go and do that football shape, do the line. I'll do one coming this way. So it's really just how you're comfortable drawing leaves. So basically I did some really big ones. I need more. Probably find some room in there. So if you see, there's my leaves. So now we need our skizzaw with the thumb to the sun, fingers to the ground, and remember you never cut upside down because then you might hurt somebody. So we need to cut out our leaves. And there's one of them. As you see my messy paper underneath. That's okay, I'd rather it be on that paper than all over my table. There's two. And again, scissor never moves. It just goes up and down like an alligator. It's the paper that will move to help it out. So that's three. And this is to be part of our background. And some of this will go on before the sloth, and some may go on after the sloth if we want them to go on top. That's going to cause our element of space. Space is what is in front and back in a picture and creates depth. So we didn't really talk about that element, but it'll be cool if we can get it in today. All right, here's our last leaf that I made. But if you see, I have a couple little scraps here. If we needed another leaf, I can use it. But we'll see if we need it. Okay, snip. And then let's not forget our vine. Our sloth needs to hang from the vine, so we need it. And up, here it goes. There we go. So we'll put that over here just in case. And now you see we have a vine and leaves. So we're going to take that all. And even our paper, because we're done coloring, and put that over here. And let's bring our purple here. Now the sloth is kind of he's a slow-moving type of guy. And I'm even going to have to check because as far as I know, sloths can be really slow. But I'm not going to move like a sloth for you, but sloths are pretty cool. Okay, we're going to draw the sloth. We're going to use all the paper here. This is about 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to do a letter U. It's going to come in a little bit. If you see the letter U or an upside down rainbow, I see a U. And then next, we're going to do his first arm. So we're going to come down. Now third, we're going to come over a little because that's his head. We're going to come up and do the next arm. Kind of looks a little like a rabbit, huh? But it's not. Then we're going to bring this around because the head is round. We're going to do the back leg and come down just as much as those other legs were. But we're going to turn, come back up, do that last leg, and now do his belly. And that's how I would do a sloth. If you have a different way to do a sloth, feel free. That was just my kind of way. So again, letter U, then I did one arm, brought it over, other arm, his cheek, Then we came and we did one leg, two leg, and then we did the belly. So, as you see, now we gotta do the face, and that's where we need the white paper. So we need one more piece. It could be a scrap from another project you did. It could even be like I have some like colored here, but I'll just grab a piece. And I kind of like to do it on top so I get kind of an idea. But the sloth's face should be a circle. And I kind of go over this way. I'll go around that way just so I can kind of see it. And I'm going to do a circle about that big. What am I going to put in it? Nice big eye. Another big eye. The sloths have those dreamy eyes. Got kind of a piggy snout. So I do a little line with two white dots. Sloths are always happy. And then they kind of have that mask like a raccoon. So we're going to come around the eye, between the nose and back down. And there's the face. And I just kind of cheated by putting it on top. If you're better at just eyeballing it, feel free. And then I'm going to color in the patches, his little mask, in orange. I have my choices of purple, orange, or green. So since the orange is going to be back around with the green, I figure I'll push the orange a little bit on his eyes as well. Do a cute little mask. So, what do you think? I like it. Okay, let's cut it out. I'm going to cut this out. Again, as you see, scissor kind of stays where it should be. Just the paper is going in a circle, getting dizzy, not the skizzer. Okay, look at that. Let's see. Hey, paper, you're not supposed to do that. Look how cute that is. So, I can glue that down now, but I'll wait until I'm done cutting out the sloth. One of those I like to cut off the excess. I'll snip that off. Less to carry with me as I rotate my paper. One leg, two leg, belly, and then the cheek. And then the arms, which kind of look like ears, but they're not. I'm going to make this a little straighter. I think I want a little wobbly with my crayon. And rotate. And done. Oh, the sloth is looking good. All right, let's put that over there. Now, have you ever heard the expression, just a dot, not a lot? Well, we're going to use our glue. We open it up. Ooh, I hear that. Ah, the air. That means it's open. And just remember, glue is not a volcano, so it's not going to spit out. So you have to turn it upside down, let that gravity drop it down. Do some dots. I would do it in the middle, not on the edges. Ooh, I got a little there. And if you know the trick, you can just rub that out, and then voila, it's gone. Okay. Let's turn this, find the right spot. There we go. And our sloth is looking good. We're going to wait on the hands or the claws for a little bit because we have to draw them. So let's bring that white back. Now, how many? Is there 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 4 feet. Okay, I like to do this. Let's fold this paper so we get 1, 2. I'm going to draw, and watch this carefully. It's kind kind of going to look like a flower. A letter U, and then I'm going to go bump, bump, bump. I'll do it one more time. A letter U, bump, bump, bump. And you can color it in if you like right now, but because I'm going to do black paws or claws. I'll have to figure out what that's called on a sloth. But whatever they are, they sure keep him nice and tight up on that tree. We will have to color our next one once we cut through the paper. So as you see, I did 2. But is it really 2? Well, like I said, oh, look at that. The glue's so messy today. We are going to cut through both papers, not just the top, both papers. Cut through it, cut through those bumps, and then that letter U. Let's do that U up here. Again, usually I like to cut all this extra out, but I kind of want to show you what happens. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, we got to make these little guys black to match. So let's do that. You could also have colored the paper too if you wanted, like a big area, and then just drawing them on there and cut them out. Depends how you like to do it. Just showing you different ways you can do it. Here we are. And look how cute those are. All right, let's head over to our background since we have our paws. And I need to wipe this off because we need to bring our stuff over. Looks like Mr. Glue wanted to give us some extra glue today. You must know we're going to use them in a little bit. So, all right. Ooh, shake that off. Here we go. Our sloth is pretty much going to go right here. We're going to need to put our vine up here. So let's do that first. I know how excited glue you want to do since you've been coming out like a volcano. And oh, how I need this sloth to be glued on. Let's see. Okay. Now we're going to put one of these arms under and one of the legs under. So let's do that before it gets too sticky. So it looks like he is grabbing on. So we're going to put this one on top, that one under. So under, top, under, top. See how that works? Now the paws are going to be a little different. We're going to do one down, one up. Actually, let's go one up, one down like he's grabbing from behind, one up, and one down. So let's put like a dot or two. Let's put that there. Put this up here, make sure he's on the vine. Put that going up the other way because he's grabbing on, and this one coming from behind as well. You see, I'm just doing small dots. Oh, let's do that. Let me see, that way. Even I have to check every once in a while. Look at that. Now our leaves. We could put them all in front. We could put some behind. Like I was thinking maybe I'll put one back there. So let's put a couple dots. Dot, 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 dot. I'm always a stickler to just a dot, not a lot. And put that right over there. Then maybe we'll put this one in front. So it looks like he's hiding in the leaves of the rainforest trees because it's so dense. Here. Maybe we'll do one behind him again, like right there. Ooh, I like that. If you haven't caught on by now, I did not glue the sloth on yet. And that way I can kind of play around and decide how I want to do this. There we go. And then I'll add some glue onto the sloth at the end. I think maybe one right here would do. And the glue from the leaves are going to glue the sloth right on as well. We'll do one. I guess, you know what? Maybe I'll just finish these on top. There's one right there. And do one maybe right there. I like that. Sometimes you have to play around. So remember, just dot it on. Keep that glue towards the middle if you're not going to dot. And there we go. And then don't forget, always write your name in the corner nice and small so I know who created it. Look at that. And again, secondary sloth, using the secondary colors. And we added all our elements of depth to lines, to space, to color. It's all there, guys. So I hope you had fun. I did, and I sure love sloths. Love everything about them. So, fini, final. Doesn't it look awesome? And I bet you yours does too, and I can't wait to see it, because how can you go wrong with a sloth? So until next time, cannot wait for our next project. I'll see you then. Bye.